Well, my reaction to seeing the tree trunk was, well, as an actor, I realised that this actual script was absolute garbage, I suppose. So I just accepted. I tried to do the best I could in the situation. If you're doing, I think actors ought to get Oscars for very bad dialogue, not for the good dialogue, because you can do that. I mean, you take Al Pacino in Scent of a Woman. It's a nonsensical story, and he's brilliant in it. And I think his co-actor got an Oscar, and Pacino is brilliant in that, and it's a nonsensical story. I mean, it was nowhere near what we were doing with Tales That Witness Madness. But I just accepted it now to do the best I could in the circumstances, I suppose. I think Freddie Francis was a brilliant director. He tended to do things, I think, just for the money sometimes, but he was marvellous to work with. He didn't have great long discussions about how to play it. He just accepted what you were doing, and if there were odd things that he didn't like, he would just adjust to your performance. But we were on the same level, and that's the best way of acting, really, because it's got to be a rapport and a coming together of talents, and not a director saying, do this, do that. You accept a director saying, do this, do that. If it's somebody like Olivier, who I work with, who knows much more about the game than I do. I'd never met Joan Collins before I did the film at all. I was just out of the blue, and I liked her a lot. I remember saying to her one day, because she did her own makeup, and I said, but you don't need that makeup. You look, Marilyn Monroe, for instance, I thought looked far better without any makeup. All that. And I said to Joan Collins, I said, you don't need it. She said, no, it makes me feel better. Fair enough. I mean, she was still fantastically beautiful at 37. She was very, very good to work with. I mean, she had a scene where it was a close-up on me, and I was supposed to be looking at her naked body, and of course there weren't any naked scenes in it. But on my close-up, I had to look at her, and she was lying on the bed with a thing around her bosom saying, and she'd written on it, "Do you come here often?" which has various connotations. I don't remember all that many scenes, but there was one scene where I had to embrace the tree trunk instead of Joan Collins, which is a bit ridiculous.